Hey guys, what's going on? It's Twintuitive 717. I am back with another video. I hope you guys are doing incredibly well. I wanted to start off by thanking you guys for being with me here on the channel. Yesterday, I actually did a reading in support of the Divine Masculines, letting them know where the feminine's energy is at. And so today I'm back just to give the feminine some support as well and let them know where things are along the lines of communication and the connection, where the masculines are in their 3D world, and just a little bit about what's going on in the spiritual, because, many of the feminines, as we know, based on a lot of my past readings, we have been on this path to self-care, self-love. A lot of focus has gone into a lot of our projects. Many of us are having a lot of realizations about standing up for ourselves, standing in our truth. And I feel like the universe is really rewarding many of us with a lot of great opportunities, a lot of doors opening, connecting with like-minded people at the exact same time, getting projects off the ground right in time, and a lot of abundance is flowing in. A lot of money too. Like, I'm sensing that many of the divine feminines are finally in a place of attracting money. Many of you are replacing your income by doing things that you enjoy and love. And many of you are finding a lot more time to spend just being feminine. And that's what it's all about. It's about sharing yourself with your creative side and working really hand in hand with the feminine energy within you to collaborate and to work towards a common goal with other people. Many of the feminines are learning the lesson of, many people working together can often share support amongst each other. We're learning that abundance is more than just coins or paper. It is really a feeling of being of service, giving, sharing, receiving things in return, and just this overall balance of how it is we're really thriving in this world. And I feel like the masculines have been watching the feminine go through this process despite a lot of the push and pull, a lot of the heartache on the connection. I feel like the feminine has displayed a lot of balance, and to me, guys, personally, it just speaks volumes about the rise of the feminine energy on this planet. And the many of us are shifting out of the mindset of needing to work so hard for everything that we have. We're shifting out of the mindset of, lack and not having enough. And, in order to experience happiness or success, it means that we need to have more than the next person. I feel like for both of the twin flames, there has been a huge shift in the way that we are viewing things in this world. Happiness is giving itself a new meaning. And I feel like the twin flame journey has a lot to do with this, awakening that passionate side of us, that loving side of us, the side of us that faces fear and worry and doubt and pain and rejection and abandonment in the face, rather than running from it or brushing it aside or being very passive about it. And it's bringing in a lot of rewards. I feel that, for the feminines, we've really worked for it. And I feel like many of you need to hear that it is okay to talk about your success. It is okay to celebrate your success, brag about it, talk about it. Don't be in the masculine energy of feeling like, just because you're speaking truthfully means that, you need to know your place or you're being too masculine. I think that many of the feminines need to hear that, you've done a tremendous job. You did it alone. You really faced you really faced life in a sense where, there were moments where I feel like the feminine looked around her and realized that she had to be her own rock, and that she had to really stand strong and tall on her own, and that this had nothing to do with being masculine or being feminine. It had to do about surrendering to the soul. And as we know, the soul doesn't have a gender. It's all about polarity. It's all about balance. And when we come here to earth, because everything is so physical, it has to do with the five senses. We're really challenged in that way. I feel like the soul is the light and the earth is the dark, and it really does take a very unique balance of knowing that we are expansive and infinite, but when we come here to earth and we forget that, just knowing our way back to that truth. So yeah, a lot of feminines I feel have been on this path to just finding themselves, to loving themselves, to understand that loving themselves meant putting more focus, energy, and time into the things that made them feel good. And in those moments, it meant stepping away from their connection, stepping away from their masculine, allowing things to unfold. Whether that truth meant that this twin flame journey was a flop, whether that truth meant that, this was all for nothing, whether that truth meant that our masculine would transform and find us along the journey. I think that we let go of all of those expectations. And, now it's really our time to stay motivated on that self-care path and stay committed to that truth of knowing that when we understand ourselves, when we put a lot of emphasis on our own truth, our own joy, our own experience, everything else falls into place, because then we're fully aligned with what it is we want and desire. So it has no choice but to manifest, right? A lot of the times, we would put so much emphasis on our masculine's life, where they are on the journey, how well they're doing, whether they're doing what they need to do in order to bring this together. Many of us let go of that control because we realize that the masculines also have their path to walk and they have free will. And, oftentimes that is how the journey manifests itself in our life. And based on the way that you two interact, it does tend to affect your free will, because you're, doing what it is you want to do based off of this deep, profound love that's, somehow guiding you or pulling you along the way. So yeah, I hope that channeling makes sense for many of you. And I really feel that the main theme of this message is, the angels or the guides, the God, any spiritual essence around us at this time is asking that we just stay committed to the path of self-healing. Soul development is what I get. Instead of self-development, it's soul development, which I feel is, again, balancing the masculine and feminine side of us. Or if you don't really want to refer to it as masculine and feminine, just think of white and black, or light and dark, the yin and the yang. So yeah, I think when we look at it like that, it actually helps us to worry a little bit less about whether we're being too manly or womanly, and just gain that balance within our emotional centers and, within our physical well-being. Okay, so let's see what the cards have to say about that. So teacup. I feel like the teacup comes up here because it is a sign of relaxation for me. Absorbing things, really sitting down and slowing down. Because when I think of the teacup, especially this type of teacup, I think of sipping tea very slowly and enjoying the tea, really enjoying this process and enjoying life. It's not really like a big mug that you're having the tea out of. It's a very small, fancy, tiny cup. And you know what? It kind of reminds me of the self-care message for the feminines, because it continues to talk about this very energy of continuing to slow down, grace, elegance, beauty, very Venus-like energy, I feel coming through. Earth energy, maybe Queen of Pentacles is what I sense here. With this card here, I see a feminine who, you are attracting a lot at this time, and you're being guided to, especially with the creature's paw here, to stay focused and it's important for you to sip the tea and just relax and kick your feet up, because what you'll find is in these moments, you might be feeling a little bit of anxiousness in order to keep going. That's the polarities trying to balance within you. Keep remembering the femininity. The feminine energy is all about being and surrendering and knowing that when you put energy out there, it is bound to manifest back in your reality by just willing it into your reality. A lot of the times when we manifest, when we think, when we have visions, when we're in this space of relaxation and we're able to dream big, what happens is when we send that vibration out into the universe, many of us think to ourselves, well, how does the feminine attract that? Actions are whispered into your subconscious. Certain actions that you need to take, certain people that you need to meet or collaborate with, all of a sudden starts falling into your reality. And the very essence of the divine feminine energy for me is just making things happen very easily, just by wanting it and just by believing that it is very possible for her to have. So keep up that momentum, my dear divine feminines, because, I feel like every time you get to this place, we have some kind of hiccup that happens along your twin flame journey that really tries to pull the rug out from under your feet. Keep grounded, sip the tea, observe what's happening from afar. If karmic patterns are starting to creep in, whether it's in your life or your masculine's life, it's even more of a reminder to be aware of the creature's paw trying to meddle or, create that imbalance, and continue to self-care, take care of yourselves. I'm getting a message as well to tell a lot of you out there to wear white. I don't know why that is, but I don't know, maybe because summer's coming, or something to do with just energy, holding, I get the lily as well, the lily flower. Hold your energy very high vibrational. Keep doing things to make you feel very elegant is what I get. Make sure that you're taking care of your body. I think that's that Queen of Pentacles energy that I'm getting is actually seeping through. So it's like I see a beautiful Queen of Pentacles in white. Maybe some of you are being guided to get outdoors, and if you are facing any type of restrictions, getting outdoors might be something very simple as challenging yourself to get yourself a nice bottle of wine, pack your picnic basket up with a few of your favorite snacks, and get a nice blanket. Just spread it somewhere nice under a tree and relax. And what I'm getting to tell you guys is, if you dare to take this challenge on, or this step, there is going to be divine channeling coming through to you about messages that you need, about your creative endeavors, or just helping you to push something through in terms of your visions, manifestations, or thoughts. That's actually going to reflect a lot of the abundance within that moment of like laying back, enjoying wine. Something to do with just blessings around the Queen of Pentacles energy is what I'm getting, okay? All right, so let's end that off here. What I want to do also before we wrap this up is actually just get some messages about your twin flame connection, because, of course, on an individual ascension path with the twin flame journey as, sort of like the tool or the blueprint, the map, whatever we want to refer to it as, our counterparts are always mirroring us, guys. Whether we're divine masculine or we're divine feminine, our counterpart does not stop thinking about us, because again, it's like that invisible map leading you home. Something to do with this person makes you feel aligned in some way. So no matter what is going on right now, I just want to send you guys, whether you're feminine or masculine, however it resonates in your core, these are just messages from your counterpart to let you know what they're thinking about romantically at this time, okay? In their quiet moments when, maybe they're right about to go to bed. Who knows? So let's see what comes up here, okay? So these are messages from your divine counterpart. So we have the True Love card coming up. I'll take what's at the bottom of the deck very soon, and let's go ahead and cut it right down the middle. And I'll save that one for after. So let's see what comes up. So True Love comes up because I feel like it is just, again, a reminder to let you guys know that the romantic feelings, the feeling of this being very real is there for both of you, no matter what it is you're going through. Oftentimes I sense or feel like the masculines, no matter what it is they're doing in their physical world, no matter what it is they're going through, there's a sense of comfort that they feel about this twin flame journey, whether they're aware of the term twin flames or not, whether as the divine feminine you have, dropped that clue or that hint, it doesn't matter. They're aware of some sort of divine love. Like they've even done their own research. They've even tried to decipher this in their own mind at some point or another. And that realization alone has given them a lot of comfort. What I get to is this true love feeling from your divine counterpart. It lets me know that they're just thankful to have you here on earth at this time. And that whether you know it or not, they're subconsciously or in the back of their mind, there is this willingness to continue to figure this out and move towards you. And there are times where they're making certain moves, taking certain actions that are in the direction of this love and you. And the reason that is because they're starting to see and realize that you are their truest expression. Whenever they think about you or feel your energy or remember your connection, interactions, past moments together, that feels like authentically who they are. And, whether you're aware of it or not, you're always setting an example and leading the way for your counterpart, because they do deeply love you and they do see this connection between you two, whether they've labeled it as twin flames or not, soulmates, divine counterparts, whatever it is, they appreciate it as finding true love here on earth. Many of you might be wanting to know when they're going to reach out. When will this manifest? Will this ever manifest in like the physical? What I'm getting to is some of you might be like, will I ever get to kiss them or like hold their hand or just like go out on a date with them, see them in the physical and confirm this twin flame journey? Am I ever going to get to know whether or not this is actually real, like this whole magical twin flame journey stuff exists? My angels, and I don't know why I was guided to say all of that, are telling me that you will see the magic about this person or this whole twin flame journey very soon. And I feel like that with the true love coming out here as well. Another message here, it says clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. What I get with this card is that many of you who are maybe new to the twin flame journey, who are tuned into this reading, or if it's found you in some way, trust what it is you're feeling, especially if it's happening in ways that are shocking you. It's making you feel like you're seeing a whole new world. Trust those signs and those symbols and the synchronicities. Continue to look stuff up. I mean, Google and the internet is a wonderful tool to help us connect with like-minded people everywhere. If you just plug in something and genuinely ask a question on Google, you're bound to come up with someone who has written some piece of art in respect to this twin flame journey to assist you or to help confirm your validation through human connection. But most of all, use your heart as your compass. If you feel that this experience is unlike anything else, stay away from needing other people to validate it. I mean, even if you go through that path, it's okay. I think that many of us end up coming out of that path into a clearing of realizing that, we really do need to stand true to ourselves and our own values and our beliefs on this journey, especially when it comes to love. We really got to forge our own way and trust ourselves. But yeah, what I'm getting is very soon you guys are going to have this epiphany, okay? The trust card comes up. That's so beautiful. I'm so glad I waited to reveal it last. But yeah, the trust card comes up. I'll read you the message. It says, this situation is calling for you to have faith. Now, what I'm getting is to talk to the divine feminines here as well. First, or at least the divine feminines are being called, whether you're new on the journey or you have been on the journey for some time. Many of you are walking the ascension path right now. There could be silent separation that's orchestrated here. A lot of lessons for you guys to go through individually. But with these two cards coming out here, it's a confirmation of why I even pull the romance deck in the first place. It's to let you guys know, these types of romantic feelings that you're having, you are meant to trust it because it is not going anywhere. It is only going to continue to grow and get stronger. And, a lot of us are being asked to call to have that discernment and that balance. And I know that it's so soothing and comforting to listen to the twin flame readings and the videos, but a lot of this is really teaching you guys to look within and to navigate your own twin flame experience from your own heart space, based on everything you've been through. Face those shadow and tower moments right in the face, because you will be the phoenix rising every single time. These twin flame communities are meant to hold your hand and support you and let you know that you're not alone. But ultimately, guys, a lot of the tough stuff really has to come from within. And I think I mentioned in the last reading as well, sometimes we're just meant to make those mistakes, fall down, only to rise again and dust our knees off and keep going. All right. I wish you guys a lot of health and happiness and, positive, optimistic thoughts, because you guys really do deserve this love. All right, take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you in the next video. I'll speak to you guys soon, okay? Bye.